Sêr Solar enabled us to set up a really world-class solar program in Swansea, focused on the development and application of printable solar cells. There's no way I wanted to walk away from that after Sêr Solar ended. And I was really excited when ATIP was funded, because it gave us an opportunity to build on what we've achieved with Sêr Solar, but to also connect it, from my perspective, particularly to the Centre for the Process of Electronics at Imperial, which was doing and is doing fundamental science, which complements the more application-focused work we're doing with Sêr Solar at Swansea, but then also with Sam and Paul Meredith, and with Henry Snaith and his team at Oxford, and also with both our UK and our international industrial partners. Taking science through from to application is always challenging, and it's particularly challenging in this interconnected global world where we have to compete with the best programs around the world in order to be able to take something through to market application. I'm really excited that ATIP is going to enable us to do this through the program we have in Swansea, and particularly to think about some targeted applications where we think the photovoltaics we're developing in Swansea have a real opportunity to compete on a global stage.
Yeah, the project is called Application Targeted Integrated Photovoltaics, and it really means that we're trying to generate and develop new technology in PV that's targeted at particular applications, not just, for example, at the generation of large-scale power that you see in big solar fields. And to do that, you've really got to understand the range of applications that the PV is suited for. So, for example, applications like the Internet of Things, harvesting of indoor light, mobile power, building integrated PV. There's a really interesting application actually for photovoltaics for high altitude unmanned aerial vehicles and pseudo satellites in space, where you may want to tune the photovoltaic spectral response to the particular type of light that's up there in the upper atmosphere. So that's a nice example, and we certainly have industrial partners in the project that are interested in that type of application.
One of the key features of a program grant like ATIP is to stimulate a flexible research environment and exploit synergies between the skills and the experience of the research teams in order to build an effective collaboration. And of course, we received the confirmation of the award in March 2020. And after that, we went into lockdown. So at that point, we had to decide what to do. So are we going ahead with this project? And we did decide to go ahead, launch the project and set up the start of the project for the 1st of July. Of course, we were in the middle of the pandemic, COVID situation, so we really had to, it meant that we had extra challenges to bring all the team together. And of course, we were not able to meet in person, so that was a big challenge. But we adapt quickly to the situation. We moved to our online meetings. And then we've been operating like this for the last year. So we had many online meetings, all virtual, including the launch, several technical workshops, our technical reviews, it's all been online. These meetings have been very, very well attended, and actually the level of attendance, I think, is so high because, of course, people didn't have to travel. So we didn't think about overnight stays, travel. So coming from Imperial, London to Swansea. So it was actually much easier for people just to log into the online meeting and listen. So Operating in that way has allowed us to run very effective meetings with a great engagement. So from all people involved in the project. So we had all our academics, the researchers, including the industrial partners, all getting involved in our discussions, in our meetings. So that has been really, really well. So we have managed to really not only strengthen the relationship and the collaborations with our colleagues in Imperial College in London and Oxford University, but also engage with new academics that they have been showing interest in the ATIP project, with new companies, and so create a really collaborative project. And of course, now we are, so I said, we've been working for this for a year now, and we are looking into prepare our 1 year technical review meeting, and we are hoping to do that in person, possibly in September, but we will see. But yeah, all is going really well, and is showing a very good cohesion working with all the different teams in different locations.